thank you all for watching. My name is Tomboy. I've got to go now, but before we leave, his talent and love for music saw him recruited into the military in 1980, many years back, after completing his Certificate of Primary Education, CPE. Retired Warrant Officer 2, James Likembe, served in the Kenya Army wing of Kenya Defense for 29 years as a logistic officer and still performed as an artist in the Army. We leave you with this week's episode of Military Tales. Good night and God bless you.
In this week's episode of Military Tales, we travel to the lakeside city of Kisumu. Here we meet one Kenya Defence Forces veteran, retired Warrant Officer 2 James Likembe, alias Jim Likembe. Likembe's life journey started in Kisumu in 1954, where he was born and raised and also attended his early education.
My official name is James Likembe Milulu. But Jim, I'm a musician, so this name was shortened by my fans. So I started using Jim Likembe. I was born on 7th July 1954. And started school, I can't really say when, but I did my CPE in 1973. And I joined Nyabondo High School. Even when I was in primary school, I was a musician. I had my guitar during preps. When the teacher is not there, education is zero. Now it is me entertaining them.
Likembe's love for music and the guitar started when he was a young boy, and this love would play a key role in him joining the Kenya Army in 1980.
There was this military band from Gilgil called Blue Rangers. The Blue Rangers were having some concerts in Kisumu, and we knew each other because we used to meet in the showgrounds like Kendu Bay, Kisumu, Migori. So a gentleman called Maningi, who was the band leader, spotted me in the street and he called me. Nataka uje uingie muziki. Hapa sasa utakuwa unapata mshahara na utakuwa unaandikwa na serikali. Hutakuwa unangojea allowance peke yake. And that is the way he took me to the recruiting officer. I was recruited without even my CP certificate, of which I later went with it when I went to report for training.
During recruitment, Likembe had not completed his secondary education, which he would later do while he was in the military.
By 1984, I went to Langata to start Form 1. There is a school called AFSHE, Armed Forces School of Higher Education. Until 87, I did my Form 4.
After a rigorous military training, he was posted to the Kahawa barracks. He would later study storekeeping in the military and rose to head Group 2B store at the barracks.
From there, I went back to the classes of storekeeping until I completed. I rose through the ranks until I came to retire as a Warrant Officer 2 in the year 2009.
Likembe would continue with his first love, music, in the military, and even recorded music with Benga maestro, the late George Ramogi of CK Dumbe Dumbe Band.
When we go for the morning runs, najifanya ni kama naimba msichana anaitwa Tekla. Tekla mtoto mzuri, Tekla matajiri wote, Tekla wanakutaka, baby nikufiche wapi, Tekla general yangu, Tekla pia anakutafuta, mama usimjali, mimi ndio wako, Tekla macho gololi, na wanajibu kinawela. I joined George Ramogi's band, that is CK Jazz, of which we came to rename it CK Dumbe Dumbe. I played music with George Ramogi until his death. Even when I was in the military, we were still together.
As a warrant officer too, Likembe outlines his work in the logistic unit of Kahawa Barracks, where he was attached for some years.
And when I was in Kahawa, I was in charge of a store called Group 2B. That is for the assorted, all the military motor vehicles, spares.
Having served the military as a young man for decades, Likembe has a word of advice to young serving soldiers on duty and off duty.
One, you must be disciplined, and you must like your job. You must be somebody straightforward.
He is happy and glad with the changes in the welfare the soldiers are now enjoying from the force.
We have a medical scheme called DEFMIS, Defense Forces Military Insurance. Military wanted us when we come out from there, we should have a good life.
He notes that one of the greatest lessons he learned in the military that he still holds to date is brotherhood, unity and teamwork.
If you want to know the people wale wanapendana ni jeshi. When you are hit and you are down, utashanga nani atakuja, watu watangangania. Alafu sasa wale wengine wanakuguard sasa. Wanaangalia wakati unapelekwa huko, hiyo risasi ilitoka wapi?
Likembe retired in the year 2009. Now turning 70, he is a farmer and is very active in music and still composes and performs in numerous functions.
Muziki bado tunachapa. Hiyo naye haina retirement. Mimi ni mtu secular. Mimi rumba and benga. Ohangla no. Ohangla ni ya watoto wa jana. Umri yenu ndio watu ya Ohangla.
The father of 7 has won numerous accolades in the service and in music.
There is a medal in the military called Long Service and Good Conduct. I got it. Yes. That is one that can make somebody be remembered, because that means you never committed any offense. You were never charged in the military for any offense. Wow. And after that, you get a kaboom from Serikali.
Other than music, he enjoys spending time with friends and mentoring young musicians.
I have a band called Metro Dumbe Dumbe. I have my friend called Tom Cordio.
In his parting shot, Likembe urges parents to nurture the talents of their children.
Let us set our children free to do what they feel is good for them, and especially music. Music today is a job like any other. Advice yeye ajiheshimu, and especially girls. Ajiheshimu.
For military tales,
vijana wajue kuna kesho kwa kila kitu.
I'm Bentroy Njue.